Hello everyone, Carlos Flores, back on basics. So, before we begin this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new video that comes on board. If you have a topic, if you have a suggestion, if you have a comment, if you want me to give you my take on anything, put it in the section and I'll be more than happy to do so. If you want to connect with social media outlets, you can connect with me on Facebook by searching Carlos Flores Jr. You can connect with me on Instagram and on X and on Threads by typing in at Back on Basics. You can also connect with me on WhatsApp by typing in at Back on Basics 9985. So let's talk about how you can tell that your life is not balanced. And this is something that's very important because not having a balanced life means that you're not focused, right? You're not focused in your mind or your body or your emotions. And it's hard to do so. I mean, I've been there myself. I've haven't been balanced at times. And so it actually slows you down. And it makes you feel like you're not being productive at the same time, even though you're doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, right? But maybe you're not doing the things that you would like to be doing. Remember what we talked about in different videos. There's things that you like to do and things that you have to do. And so a lot of the times, the things that you have to do, right? So you do those. You have to do those. But you're not balancing your life. You're not letting your mind get focused. You're not doing the things like, like neglecting physical activities. Like, that's one of the main things that a lot of times whenever I'm not balanced, that's the first thing that I go to. What am I doing? Am I not doing like physical exercise? And I don't mean for you to go and, run a mile or like me, like I do walk 6 miles or maybe, do something physical. What I mean is just moving. I mean, doing this, right? Doing this is movement. I mean, you can do this. This is movement. I mean, this is something that, just moving my arms this way. This is just, again, right? Your body is actually sending signals to your brain saying, "Oh, you're moving around. Oh, I can see." And then as the blood flows throughout your body, as you're moving more, as you're stretching, as you're doing things that doesn't take a lot to do, you're actually getting focus in your mind. You're getting like here. You're being, that's what's going to help you get to where you want to get to, right? To balance your life. What does life balance means? It just means that you're focused in your mind and your body and your emotions. It also means that whenever you have something in front of you that you need to finish, your mind is so sharp that you're super focused. You can see different aspects, different ways of how to get it done. You can also connect with your support system so that way they can help you out. And so having life balance means a lot of different ways for different things for different people. And so again, right? Neglecting being physical or doing physical activity is one of the things that most people tend to do whenever their life is not balanced. And that's one of the first things that I actually check within myself so that way I can see that I'm working towards balance, right? I'm working towards having mind, body, and emotional balance. I'm working towards making sure that I use my support system so that way I'm able to talk to somebody, I'm able to run ideas by somebody, I'm able to do different things. So don't forget, right? Don't neglect your physical activities, your movement. So another thing that can tell you that your life may not be balanced at this point is not having the energy to do things. I mean, haven't you gotten to a point where you're like, man, I wish I had the energy to get this done. And sometimes it takes a while for you to get started. Motivation is one of those things that sometimes you need to have in order to move forward. Uh, Sometimes you have no energy. So what do? Well, do a preferred activity. Do something short. I mean, whenever I don't feel like as motivated, or I feel like I don't have that much energy, I listen to music, or I play a game a little bit, or I read a book. I mean, there's so many different things that you can do so that way you can get focused. Everything again, right? My thing is, let's get ourselves focused mentally, physically, and emotionally, so that way you're able to do the things that you want to do, which motivates you to do the things you have to do. Again, life balance, right? It's like this. You want it to be like this in the in the middle. That's my little balance dance. Because the things that you want to do and the things that you have to do have to be equal, have to be balanced. You have to do. And what I would recommend, and I've recommended this in other videos, is to do three things that you want to do to one thing that you have to do. Because usually the things that you want to do are usually short. Why? Because you've done them before. That's the reason why you go to these things. And the things that you have to do are the things that you have to get done. This what I'm doing right now. These videos are part of the things that I want to do. These videos motivate me and move me forward towards my own balance, towards my own life balance. And so every time I do these videos, I get so excited to do this that I just, I get so focused that I start talking, and my videos go from, from 8 minutes to 10 minutes to 12 minutes to sometimes 15 minutes. It used to be a lot, they used to be longer videos, but I want to make sure, and I want to be short and concise, so that way you get the things that I can recommend to do in order to return to life balance. So the next thing that I want to talk to you, so that way it can show you, right? It can show you that your life may not be balanced, is neglecting relationships. Remember, connect with people that you're connecting with. So connect with family, connect with friends, connect with loved ones. So that way they can help you look at your life from their perspective. Remember, we've said that people can actually help you and look at your life from their perspective, so that way you can see things from somebody else's point of view. Sometimes when we look at our own lives, we tend to be biased, and I'm saying that because that's human nature. As human beings, we tend to say, oh yeah, everything's going fine, or everything's not going according to the way that we do. And so we're polar opposites. Sometimes we need to just get somebody else's opinion and say, what do you think how my life is doing? How my activities are doing? How do you think I'm doing towards working to this goal? And so again, right? Do not neglect relationships, because people can help you have a better idea of how to balance your mind, your body, and your emotions. So another thing that I think is important for us to think about, and for you to think about whenever you're trying to get back into mind-body balance, right, and to get life balance, is, just sometimes we tend to lose that motivation, the enjoyment of life. Sometimes because maybe we're doing a lot more of the activities that we have to do versus the ones that we want to do. It just doesn't motivate us to move forward. We have to have a balance, right? The minimum is one activity that you want to do to one activity that you have to do. My recommendation is 3 activities that you want to do to 1 activity that you have to do, because you need a lot. Sometimes, personally, I need a lot of motivation. So I need to have 3 activities that I like to do to 1 activity that I have to do, because that motivates me. That, it just moves me forward. As soon as I do that, I start smiling again. I start focusing on, okay, what else do I need to do? What's next on my to-do list? What do I need to do? How do I need to do that? And so some of these things that I'm telling you is a way for you to look within yourself, so that way you can see if your life is truly balanced, or you need to do something so that way you can rebalance your life. So that the last one that I wanted to focus on is neglecting personal growth. A lot of times we tend to want to be at a specific point at a certain time. We want to, let's say, for example, at age 30, or however age, I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to take a trip. I want to be able to do that. And remember, we talked about life goals. Life goals actually help you set a roadmap, so that way you can get to these activities, so that way you can reach these goals and then move on to the next one. But remember, every time you reach a goal, you celebrate, because no matter what, no matter how small, no matter how big the goal is, you celebrate, because you've gotten to that goal. You've achieved it. You have surpassed it. Do not just keep on moving forward. Celebrate it. Have closure on it. Do you know what closure is? Remember, we talked about closure. Closure is when you think about the goal, you think about what you've done for the goal, and then you think about the outcome of the goal, and then what you do is you close it. It's done, right? So you take the motivation from that goal and you put it and you move it forward, and then you move forward and you move forward. And so the more activities that you do, smaller activities, medium-sized activities, or larger activities, the more that you do, the more that your focus is going to get so sharp that you'll be able to do the things that you want to do. You'll be able to do the things that you have to do. You'll be balanced in your mind, your body, and your emotions. So, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new video that comes on board. Again, remember, there's different ways to balance your life. Watch my videos. I want to also thank my I believe it's 438 subscribers. I appreciate you all. I appreciate the new subscribers. Thank you to the new subscribers. I want you to send it to your friends. There, I have over 500 long videos. I have over 600 shorts that people can watch, and the shorts are not only short, but it goes to the topic, but it's also in Spanish and English. So that way you can refer a friend to them. You can let them know, hey, this person is actually talking about real life experiences, about life balance, about having support systems, about mind, body, emotional balance. And so again, my experience in psychology, my experience in therapy, my experience with different aspects, I just love giving you my take on it, so that way you can choose whatever you need to do. And in the end, if you have any questions or you want me to give you my take on something, put it in the comment section, and then I'll be happy to give you my take on it. Till next time, Back on Basics.